So in this video we're going to look at canter transitions from the trot, and some people, riders and horses, find this a little bit harder than others, but this is quite a good exercise to try if your horse suffers with a bit of anticipation or tension while going up to the canter transition from the trot. And this exercise will also help improve and encourage a more fluent transition from trot to canter. So we're going to start off in a nice working trot, and I like to do this exercise on a 20-metre circle in the middle. So making sure the horse is balanced and listening to your leg. And all we're going to do in this exercise is just go sitting and go rising. So a bit of sitting trot and a bit of rising trot. And if you struggle with the sitting trots, then I suggest you maybe have a neck strap or hold the front of the saddle and also practice a little bit of sitting trot in your daily work. So I'm forming my 20-metre circle and a nice working trot, and I'm just going to go from the rising and go into sitting trot and then go rising again. And what you're looking for is that the horse doesn't change. The horse stays the same in the contact, stays the same in the rhythm, doesn't get tense when you go into the sitting trot. So we're sitting again and rising. And as you can see, he's really relaxed with me sitting and rising, but it may take a couple of times to practice this exercise because some horses may get a little bit tense and anticipate canter transition when you first try this exercise. So it's really important to keep practicing and make sure you get that consistency, so when you go sitting, then go rising, your horse stays exactly the same. And if you do have a horse that's anticipating or slowing down or speeding up when you sit, just go back to the rising again until they're more relaxed, and then you can start the exercise again. But you will find over time they will start to accept your seat and accept the fact that when you sit in the trot, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to ask them to do anything. So I'm going to repeat this on the other rein and go sitting and then rise again, and then sitting and rise again. And as your horse gets more confident, you'll feel like you can do this more often, so you can sit for a little bit longer and then rise for a few strides and then sit again. So once you feel the horse is relaxed, then we can start thinking about asking for the canter transition. So I'm just going to do a couple more sitting and rising, and then I'm going to think about asking for canter. Now when you then go for the transition to canter, the horse may be so relaxed that he won't go off your aid. So it's important to make sure, to expect them to be a little bit hesitant about the transition, but you've got to be really positive when you ask for the canter. So next time I go sitting, I'm then going to ask for the canter, just inside leg on, outside leg behind the girth, and just a nice transition forward. Now, he made it look pretty easy, but with some horses, because they anticipate so much and get a little bit tense, it may not be so easy the first couple of times, but that's absolutely fine. When they get more confident in this exercise, you'll find that your canter transitions will become more fluid. So when you're in the canter, make sure you canter for a good half 20-metre circle or full one, and then you can come back down to trot and again ask for the canter transition. Now I stayed in sitting that time, but you can also go rising if your horse starts anticipating the transition again, and you can make the trot in between your canter transitions a little bit longer. Whatever it takes to get that fluency into your transition, the horse staying relaxed and connected and on your aids into the canter transition.